The Little Gardener's Big Heart. Once upon a time, in a small town in the heart of the United States, there lived a little boy named Tommy. Tommy was known throughout the town for one thing: his incredible love for gardening. He lived with his grandmother, Grandma May, who had taught him everything he knew about plants and flowers. Their house had the most beautiful garden in the neighborhood, filled with colorful flowers, aromatic herbs, and lush vegetables. People often stopped by just to admire the garden's beauty, and Tommy and Grandma May were always happy to share gardening tips and stories. One sunny morning, Tommy woke up with a brilliant idea. He wanted to organize a gardening competition for all the children in the town. It would be a way to bring the community together and encourage kids to explore the wonders of gardening. Tommy couldn't wait to share his plan with Grandma May. "Grandma," Tommy exclaimed, "I want to organize a gardening competition for all the kids in town. We can call it the Blooming Hearts Garden Challenge." Grandma May smiled at Tommy's enthusiasm. "That's a wonderful idea, Tommy," she said. "But remember, the most important thing is not winning, but the joy of gardening and the love we put into it." Tommy nodded in agreement. He knew that Grandma May was right. It wasn't about winning, but about sharing the love of gardening with others. With her support, they began planning the competition. They spread the word throughout the town, and soon, kids of all ages signed up for the Blooming Hearts Garden Challenge. Each child received a small plot of land to cultivate their garden. Tommy and Grandma May helped them pick the right seeds, taught them how to plant, water, and care for their plants, and shared their knowledge about gardening. As the weeks passed, the children's gardens started to bloom. Brightly colored flowers, juicy tomatoes, and fragrant herbs filled the small plots. It was a sight to behold, and the community was thrilled to see how these young gardeners had embraced the challenge. One day, as Tommy was tending to his garden, he noticed that his neighbor, Sarah, was struggling with her plants. Her sunflowers were drooping, and her once vibrant garden seemed to be withering away. Tommy walked over to Sarah's garden and asked, "Is everything okay, Sarah?" Tears welled up in Sarah's eyes as she replied, "I don't know what I'm doing wrong, Tommy. My flowers won't grow, and I'm afraid I'll disappoint everyone." Tommy smiled and put his arm around Sarah's shoulder. "Don't worry, Sarah. Gardening isn't just about getting it right all the time. It's about learning from our mistakes and never giving up." With Tommy's guidance, Sarah learned how to care for her plants properly. She watered them, gave them just the right amount of sunlight, and spoke kindly to them. Slowly but surely, her garden began to thrive. The day of the Blooming Hearts Garden Challenge arrived, and the town gathered at the community garden to see the results. Each child proudly presented their garden, and it was clear that they had put their hearts into their work. The gardens were bursting with life and color, and the air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers. As the judges reviewed the gardens, they were amazed by the transformation of Sarah's garden. Her sunflowers stood tall and proud, and her garden had become a symbol of resilience and determination. When it was time to announce the winner, the judges praised all the children for their hard work and dedication. They explained that while there could only be one winner, each child had shown incredible growth and commitment. In the end, Sarah's garden was declared the winner of the Blooming Hearts Garden Challenge. But the real victory was the lesson the children had learned about the power of patience, kindness, and never giving up. Tommy stood beside Sarah, and they both smiled at the crowd. "We all have big hearts," Tommy said, "and when we put our hearts into something we love, wonderful things can happen." The town celebrated not just Sarah's victory, but the spirit of community, love, and growth that the Blooming Hearts Garden Challenge had brought to their lives. Tommy and Grandma May's garden had not only bloomed with flowers, but with the love and kindness they had shared with others. From that day on, The town continued to host the annual gardening competition, and the children carried the lessons they had learned into their lives, always remembering that the biggest victories come from the heart. And so, in a small town in the heart of the United States, a little gardener named Tommy and his big-hearted grandmother, Grandma May, taught their community that the